It is the 25th of October, Monday 2021, and a brand new show for you. A very warm welcome. My name is James. No big introduction, which takes me hours to make. One or two people I know didn't really like it. That's okay. I try to please everyone. Now, if anyone wants to sponsor my show, please do so. I could do a fake sponsor saying, green tea from Japan. It's really tasty. And if you'd like me to do that on the channel, then just drop me a couple of $1,000 and I'll do it for the next 2 years for you. Ha 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 ha. Let's go straight into it and see what's happening at the dam. Once again, the webcam is not operational, it's down, but we can have a look at the weather and nothing exciting at all or thrilling. The hand is by the Three Gorges Dam and pretty stationary, just a little bit of water, weather, rain coming. And starting next month, you will see a little bit of snow. You won't see it on the Three Gorges Dam, but if the webcam is up, you may get a glimpse of it in the mountains or the actual gorges itself. It can look very stunning indeed if you take away the ugly concrete monster which is blocking the view. But there is the weather for you, and let's move on to the levels. The levels look quite stationary. This is over a 24 period. The Three Gorges Reservoir in itself, 173.5 24 hours ago, and up to 173.95. So it has gone up by about 20 centimeters. Let's go on to the next one, which is the important one, the beginning of the reservoir. Kutan on a 24-hour period. That has shot up as well, 175 going up to 175.25. So again, both round about 20 centimeters rise. Now, occasionally we do a quick earthquake watch in the region, and there was quite a large one in Taiwan, the country of Taiwan, at a 6.2 magnitude. Don't know much about it. I haven't checked it out on the news, but it depends really on the depth of the earthquake, how deep it was. But you can see there, it says it has affected areas is Japan, Philippines, Taiwan, and China. There we go, Taiwan and China. So therefore, Taiwan is a country. Case closed. Now, this news bulletin about China and the Three Gorges, etc., is a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but this was a good piece of news. China will release 50,000 endangered Yangtze sturgeons into the Yangtze, which is good. We did report a couple of days ago, maybe about 5 or 6 days ago, that it has become an endangered species. Pandas have gone off the endangered, sturgeons have gone on. And it's all because of these dams in the dam way, so to speak. And that's good news. And the thing is, these sturgeons, hopefully, I don't know where they're going to be released, but I do believe that sturgeons are a multi-fish, in other words, seawater and river water, if you get my drift. I'm doing lots of puns today, aren't I? Oh my God. So if they release them, let's say, at the Yangtze Delta, Shanghai, for example, then they can go up to the Three Gorges, and that's all they will know. The other sturgeons, you could say, didn't know anything else. And suddenly this dam was built, hence the endangered species. If it's true or not, I don't know. I did get this from the Global Times, the CCP Chinese state media, and transparency, well, oh well, never mind about that. We talked about it too often. This is a recap of basically what happened over the summer, well, from May to September, that China braces for summer floods as 71 rivers exceed warning levels. Every year this happens. It happened last year more so than ever. It happened this year more in northern central China, and we saw this on the news in Henan. I always call it Henan, I apologize, Henan province, where we saw the metro and all that kind of stuff having nasty things there. And it's something that I could say that people just get used to, and I keep repeating this. I wish that they would do more, not just talk about it, which they love to do, but very little action. There is a very good China rescue service. It looks like it's pretty good. Again, remember the transparency, but very little preparation to prepare for floods. They know it's coming. Why don't you do something about it instead of thinking about how to whatever, having a little tit for tat about Australia. So with the floods in mind, this is sort of quite strange. And again, propaganda from the Global Times. China's grain output grows to 0.9%. 669.49 million tonnes in 2020, setting a new record. Now, if we go to the next picture, you can see here, China grain output to hit new record in 2021, despite losses in heavy rain. The Ministry of blah, blah, blah reported. Again, from Chinese state media. Is it just propaganda? Are they importing grain? I'm sure there will possibly be a report later this year that the harvest wasn't as successful as it should have been, but this again repeats is the same every year. And you can see the pictures of, again, this is what the Chinese government releases on the newspapers, saying that everything's dandy. Now, are these floods in China over-exaggerated, or is it under-exaggerated? And is this picture over-exaggerated, or is this just a small part of China? Sometimes the media does over-exaggerate. Way back in 1990, I mentioned before, I was working in Casablanca. 1990 was the first Gulf War when Iraq invaded Kuwait. And because I was in or working in the Sheraton Hotel, an American chained hotel, basically we had the armed forces around. I had the bar manager in the hotel going, "Viva Saddam Hussein!" And then 2 weeks later said, "Viva whoever the president was in America," which was quite strange. And we were advised, the foreigners in the hotel, working in the hotel, not to go out. And if Morocco at that time said they were on the Iraq side, well, but it was safe as houses. After 2 weeks, I did venture out with a Moroccan friend and we did have a cup of coffee, no problem at all. I didn't venture too far, but again, it's over-exaggeration. And this can come from all sides of the media, from BBC, Al Jazeera, and especially our favourite CNN. Stop video. It feels like I'm doing both sides of the argument today. 2 new bridges over Yangtze open to traffic, and you can see a picture there. Again, don't know who built it. Is it a TOEFL building or structure? I really hope not. But at the moment it actually looks quite magnificent, and the Yangtze looks very, very dirty. Remember, Mao actually swam in that river. Ooh, good God. Okay, this was an interesting article going back. I told you it was all higgledy-piggledy today. That simulating landslide-induced tsunamis in Yangtze River at the Three Gorges in China. Now let's have a little bit of a read of this. Oh, my favorite part, time to read. In this paper, we study landslide failure, the induced tsunami, and the subsequent impacts of shipping on the Yangtze River through a hybrid numerical approach. A large landslide is the TGRA, whatever that is taken in an example of this simulation, not stimulation, simulation. Okay, it goes on like that. You can read it while I'm speaking or just put it on pause. Now, last year, Chinese scientists did leak what would happen if the Three Gorges Dam decided not to be there anymore, one way or another. Let's not go into that because possibly I wouldn't be able to show what I'm doing now. And it sort of gives me the reason why I talk about it. It's not just me who is absolutely fascinated or obsessed about the Three Gorges Dam. I will stop moving my chair. Stop moving the chair. It's not just me. Lots of scientists around the world do studies, research. Unfortunately, no one can go there at the moment, so because no tourist visas are allowed, so the research has gone down to zero. It's not a big tourist attraction anymore because it's been around for 10 years, and you have the Beijing Universal Studios and Shanghai Disney, which are far more interesting than the Three Gorges. So, but it's interesting to me that people continue to do studies related to this biggest dam, hydropower dam in the world. Stop video. What else is happening in China? Latest COVID-19 resurgence triggered by new imported Delta variant source. Current wave spreads to 11 provinces. Could be tamed in 1 month. Now, again, surprise, surprise, this media comes from the Global Times. You can see where I was today. And it doesn't mention actually the 11 provinces. I think there are like 103 new cases in all of China. But again, it's another reinsurgent. It hasn't completely gone away. And you still see people on videos outside saying everything is fine about COVID. It hasn't gone yet, so don't jump to conclusion, you CCP shills. So we can read about it here. Since October 17th, new rounds of domestic infection has occurred in multiple places and spread to 11 provinces within 1 week. Most of the infections are related to cross-regional tourism, related activities and the risks of the epidemic. So they're calling it an epidemic now, not a pandemic. Further expanding have been increasing according to the NHC, whatever the NHC is. I've forgotten really what I was going to say related to that, but something, as I like to say, to keep an eye on. There is quite a lot of news today. Here is one. China to overhaul housing market. China's decision to pilot 5-year property tax levies in selected cities on Saturday draw wide attention and discussion, including reported blah, 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 goes on like that. And this is all the thing related to Evergrande owing like $300 billion. That's like all of America. Like 300 people have $1 billion. Wow, that's just so much. And they haven't been able to pay their bonds, so the government has stepped in, and it's another 5-year plan from China. Why is there a picture of General Secretary Xi? Well, let's have another read of this. Ooh. Basically, he's by the Yellow River, expecting, no, that's the wrong word, checking some kind of thing there. But this is sort of weird. Examining, I think the word is that they use. This is weird. Is he an expert? So how does he know if it's right or wrong? I don't know. Now, the poll, who has been the best president since in the 21st century? Trump is outstanding at 94%. Biden has got 1, sleepy Biden. Bush 1, and Obama is at 5%. This is an international poll. I will leave it up for maybe a couple more days. So if you haven't, just go to my community on my homepage and you can vote, and you can leave a comment as well with your own point of view. This is not just for the United States of America, this is worldwide. I will do some more polls in the future, possibly who has been the best Prime Minister in the United Kingdom in the 21st century. Was it Theresa May? Was it David Cameron? Was it that fat guy? Was Tony Blair there in the 21st century? I don't know. Is it nowadays, who is it? Boris Johnson? There's so many to choose from. But it's just interesting. And it's not really political in any way, shape or form. It's, well, a little bit, I could say. It's just interesting how people think. And that's maybe part of my hobby as well. So thank you for your time. I think there's over 500 votes. Maybe we can get up to 1,000, and that would be fascinating, then possibly I could send it to the White House and say, Biden, wakey, wakey. Okay, just a bit of news, not really news. The the foreigners in China who do pro things about China, it's sort of, they're always slandering the West. And they would say, Reuters is bad, BBC are full of lies, CNN, oh my God, Fox News, Al Jazeera, Sky Australia, Sky UK, the AP, Associated Press are all bad. So here's my question to the shills, like Jerry Good, like Barrett, like Living in China, like Jason, like Daniel Dumbrill, all of them, if they ever are watching, then what is your trusted source of news? What is your trusted source? I'm going to rephrase it. What is your trusted source of international news, not local? So we're not accepting with this the Global Times or China Daily or Xinhua News or China Digital Times. It's got to be international. Which is your one? Because you always criticize most news agencies, but you don't tell us which you think is good. So every story has two sides. So Jerry and the gang, please let us know. You can put a comment in the form below. Just interesting, that's all. If you say one thing, you've got to have another story with it as well, I do believe. Okay, so you notice no comments for today. I'm just doing, like, periodically the news. And a little thing happening on the 29th, California time at 1 p.m. is something called Team Seas. And I will be doing a video, I'm releasing a video at 1 p.m. California time or Pacific time on that day related to it. And it would be great, one way or another, if you could watch it. Yes, that's it for me for today. I'm in a very good mood today. And I don't know why. I will see you tomorrow. Be good, be well, be safe, and let's all do a Chinese wave. Are you ready? Chinese wave, Chinese wave, Chinese wave, Chinese wave. Bye.